What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover. Yep, this time with episode, this time with episode 7. Fantastic episode last week, one of my favourites, honestly, and really it's kind of swayed my thoughts in the relationships. As usual, I'm absolutely useless with the names, so I'm just going to go by the hair colour. I actually kind of prefer the pink-haired girl with the black-haired girl now, to be honest with you. I actually think they actually suit each other better, and I prefer their chemistry. It seems a lot more natural and less forced, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm really enjoying those two at the minute, but inevitably there's probably going to be even more complications and maybe other situations with other girls. So I won't put anything in stone yet, but I think they're my favourites so far. Do let me know what you guys think though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And see just what the hell we got today. I will also say I think the last episode was a lot better in terms of like the kind of pacing of things. The episode before last week, it felt very heavy, very literal. It did feel like reading a book rather than watching a show to me. And I think that's inevitable, adapting light novels. It's actually quite incredible. Things like ReZero able to manage like without so much dialogue. But I think that episode before last week's was the exception of that. Every episode so far has felt, I mean, it's always had a lot of dialogue, but it's always felt like quite good pacing wise and hasn't felt too long. But it was a bit of a slog the week before, can't lie. It was a bit of a slog. Did feel a lot longer of an episode than usual. Whereas last week it was very much the opposite. So she's back. She was surprisingly affected, wasn't she, last week? For someone that's got such a plan. For some evil, calculating woman, she was awfully affected and embarrassed, wasn't she? Well, this girl, unfortunately, is kind of took a back seat, hasn't she? She chose to spend her time with you. Her valuable, precious spare time she's choosing to spend with you. And the answer's obvious. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. This brown-haired girl really is getting the short end of the stick, isn't she? Kind of like, sorry to pause so quickly, but it's the pink egg. Like, I understand she's got this like social awkwardness and such. She is an introvert, pretending to be like an extrovert and so on, but it is like it's awfully mean, like the way that she's going about things. Of like she's leading all these girls on, like this brown-haired girl, for example. She had her around her house. She teased her a little bit. She denied her kiss. Like it went that far that she thought she was going to kiss her, and like that must have felt terrible from the brown-haired girl's perspective, missing out on that. But yeah, she's just kind of been teased this time. Same with all the girls, to be honest. And because she's not made up her mind or anything, all of these girls have just got like, yeah, they're just like been made to wait. Been made like this girl especially, like she's been put on the back seat. Like imagine liking a person and that person you think likes you back, but then they put other girls before you and rather spend their time with other girls. It would feel a bit like disrespectful to me. I don't know. I think that's one of those things you get caught up in though. Like the pink haired girl obviously doesn't know what she's doing. She's never been in like a situation like these. To her, this is like normal, and she's not being like mean or bad or anything. But it's kind of hard to see it like that from her perspective. But as an outside perspective, it's kind of like you feel really bad for this brown haired girl. She's just kind of getting ignored at the minute. And then you can't have everyone, can't have everything, so someone's going to have to be. Well, yes. Rip your heart out. How do you know that? How can you say that at such a young age? Yeah, probably. I think she's more so saying this for herself. Jesus. Fucking hell. Domestic abuse right there. Your, your phone is by your ear. I get that though. Like I especially did used to feel that way. It's like yeah, but I think as you grow up, you just kind of get used to dealing with these things. It's 70% liquid nitrogen. Strange thing to say, but yeah, you know what? It works. How would you react to your friend calling you 70% liquid nitrogen? No. Yeah, it's actually quite good for an introvert, I think. I think that's the thing. It's good for an introvert if you're close with the people and it's really fun, and enjoyable. But if you're like if it's a new friend or someone you don't really know, it is quite awkward. Out there now. And what they probably have, they probably have, probably quite meta actually. I imagine there is all kinds of battles, all kinds of. How many possible combinations is there here? 20, is it? Would it be 20 for all of the girls? Like pink, pink and black, pink and blonde, pink and brown, pink and blue. Yeah, I think it's 20, right? So there's 20 different combinations of relationships you could have here. Or 25, I don't know specifically. But yeah, I do imagine people have their favourites. And as with everything with romance shows like this, they're at war with each other. Someone's opinion has to be correct and right. Someone has to have the best relationship opinion or the best ship. You know how it is. I gave my opinion earlier. I think at least for the pink-haired girl, the chemistry with the black-haired girl is the best so far for me. But in general for the girls, I really like the brown-haired girl because she's really nice. I'm not sure who I'd pair her with. I don't really know much about a blue-haired girl still, so can't really say. Yes, you did. Say the truth. Yes, you did. But you used her, is what you did wrong. How can you not see that yourself? But she should also say it. So the issue is she should know and she should say it. And if we continue like this, we're not getting anywhere. Fuck's sake. God, they're useless. Everything about your body language tells us that. I don't think you have though. Judging by this fake relationship, yeah, it really strikes me as you haven't grown up at all, to be honest. You guys know I'm really not a big fan of this fake relationship. It itself is cruel, but it's for the reason that the blonde haired girl was cruel to her and using her, so. It does feel like that, doesn't it? It feels like we're at an absolute impasse with these two. It's an unstoppable object versus an immovable object. It's like she's some kind of doll, isn't it? It's like she's some kind of toy. Like literally looks like that when she's holding it like that. Look at my fancy toy. I know she actually likes her, but it does just look like that, and it doesn't look good. Like using her in an argument like this, this girl's doing the same thing. Jesus. Fucking rude. Yeah, there is the photo. Like, this is just bad, isn't it? I said a minute ago, like, damn, fucking hell, episode's almost over. Yeah, just as much as they were used, like the black hair girl was used by Mai. They're both kind of using pink haired girl against each other now, aren't they? And that's just like, you don't want to be in that situation as Reneko, I think her name is. Again, I'm just going to call them by the colours of their hair. That would put me off both of these girls if I was in her situation. Honestly, try like being used like this. It really would. And you know what? It would make me say, you know what? The brown haired girl's a very nice girl, actually. Fuck you two. I'm gonna spend a bit more time with her, actually. You guys can continue to stay at your impasse, because it really feels like they are almost, I wouldn't say polar opposites, but they very much are very different, which can work out, but it's not right now. Don't bring up the bath. A 2-week relationship. You got yourself into this. This was never a good idea. This was never a good idea. What a mess we're at right now, by the way. An absolute mess. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd say cheating, but it does. Yeah, I imagine it would feel that way, wouldn't it? My life goal. Is that not a horrible fucking life goal? What do you do now then? What's your next goal? Is that legal in Japan? I genuinely don't know. Is same-sex marriage legal in Japan? Shobushinai. Classic. Shobushinai. Why did you just word it like that? You're gonna kill her. You sure you can handle that? Are you absolutely sure you can handle that? Yeah, it's a very important conversation, which we are the main subject of. For real. Again, honestly, I'd just leave it now and go see the brown haired girl if I was her. But maybe that's making things even worse. Yeah. It is. But what are we actually like fighting over here? How do we win? Yeah. What kind of game are we doing? First person shooter, huh? That's how we're selling this. What was that? Excuse me? What the fuck was that shit? Genuinely, did you even hit them there? Doesn't look like it. Reniko, you got no chance. She's like the gamer girl as well. She's like the person that should win this, right? And we see an aim like this. But pretty awesome that they actually like kind of created a game thing for this. You've got like a little mini map on the top left. But god damn, that was some terrible aim. What was that? I can't say too much. I play on console, of course, so it's a bit harder. But and it's like when you do compare console aiming to like PC aiming, is miles apart. But I like to think I'm pretty good. When I used to play Overwatch, I haven't played that in years, but I did used to always be top 500, and I like to be. I think I was considered pretty good. That's pretty much the only kind of like competitive type of game like that I played. I'm much more of a single player survival horror type gamer. Again, a bit of Yakuza, a bit of Sleeping Dogs. A lot of single player games. That's a much bigger fan of. Definitely. Sure, the most impressive thing though about my being top 500 was though is the fact that I never upgraded my controller. I had this controller and it had this thing where it always, if I just left it, it would start looking upwards. So I had to control that while also doing things normally. So if I do say so myself, I was quite impressed with still being at that level while dealing with that. I've since got a new controller, of course, but yeah, I probably should have got that sorted out a bit sooner. It wasn't that annoying, to be honest with you, because like, you could like do tiny movements to just like keep it where it is. It wasn't that hard to deal with, to be honest with you, but people would like watch my kill counts and stuff and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on with you? So yeah, I've got to deal with that all the time. If you have played, you probably ain't got like this, but mostly it was Doomfist. Doomfist was so overpowered from when he came out for years, to be honest with you. It was actually very easy to climb with. Why would we help you? Go on YouTube. Really? You're gonna help? You need to win yourself. You're not actively fighting against what you're fucking going for by helping her. I mean, the thing you take away from that is the fact that she maybe wants to help her, so she wants her outcome to be the reality. But why are you even getting involved? And why have you got your own party then? If that's wait, what game are we playing here? Are we playing a first-person shooter? Or are we playing a third-person shooter? What's going on? What are the rules of this fucking game, bro? seems like when you aim at something, you don't actually need to hit it. The hitbox is very forgiving. That was another thing with Doomfist. The hitbox was very fucking forgiving on that hero. You could hit even like close to an enemy and it would hit him. So maybe it wasn't absolute skill that I was like really good at Overwatch, but just like knowledge of abusing things, I think, more so. I feel like you can say about a lot of things though. Abuse of kind of unintended mechanics and such. But yeah, I haven't played bringing that up, I haven't played Overwatch in literal years. Since just after the second one came out, I hated the change to 5v5 instead of 6v6, and I quit after that. I haven't actually checked out Marvel Rivals yet, but that looks pretty similar. It's one of those things though, if you don't start playing when other people start playing, you lose progress. Like, you got to think, if I start playing that now, people have had like a year's worth of experience. Gaining up on those people, it might be quick initially, but yeah, depends on your skill level, of course. It's hard to actually it would be hard to just start playing soon and reach a top level, or a level I'd be happy with. I'm a kind of person that if I take up a new hobby, especially a game or something, I wouldn't say I get obsessed, but I do get pretty fixated on becoming really good at it. I do get fixated, like, again, like Resident Evil, my survival horrors, I get fixated on 100%ing and completing it to the nth degree. Like, I can't leave it unfinished, which has really pissed me off now with Resident Evil 5, which I've playing again for the first time in like 15 odd years. Really annoying because I've done every achievement in the main game, and there's an online mode. I haven't got Xbox Gold or whatever it is, the Xbox Game Pass or whatever it is currently. Had it a few months ago to play like the Persona games and such, but because I haven't, I can't get the online achievements. I fucking hate online achievements, and I can't get those, so it's really fucking annoying. I've 100%ed the main game, but I can't actually 100% it because I can't fucking access multiplayer, and yeah, I hate that shit. Enough about my game rants though. Really good episode. Again, as with every episode, I really should stop saying it, but very dialogue heavy. But again, comparatively to last episode, it was really good. It felt really kind of natural. It didn't feel too long. It was just like the episode before last episode just felt really long and really drawn out. And there was like, it really felt like reading a book, whereas you probably had a similar level of words used perhaps today, but it just like, it felt a lot cleaner. It felt a lot faster paced, and maybe it's because of the whole dynamics with the characters and such actually kind of moving quite a lot at the minute, and are starting up this new game of first person shooting, literally a one-on-one at Rust. Is it? Man, that brings back memories of Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, literally like a 1v1v1 on Rust with interventions we got going on right here. That would be pretty fucking awesome if we did actually have that big old I don't even know what to call it, that pipe, I guess. If we had a map similar to Rust, that would honestly be pretty iconic from the show if they'd done that. But yeah, I was never too great with the interventions, to be honest with you. Interventions, I was much more of a the dual what are they called, model 1604 or something like that. The model kind of shotguns. I was much more of a go running around with those type of guy, or the noob tube. People hated the fucking noob tube back in the day. I need to stop talking about that. But yeah, great episode. Great at showing us just how kind of grisly the situation is, to be honest with you. With these girls kind of fighting it out, like they seem to like not even. They almost like they were so presumptuous and not seemed to not even take into account too much of Reneko's kind of feelings and thoughts over their fighting and their outcomes and how that would affect her. Like they were like as I said earlier, they were holding her like she was some kind of toy or like a doll or something. So I do think we need to be a bit more thoughtful with this whole situation. It really does feel quite mean in a lot of aspects. There's a lot of meanness going on in general, like not just this, but to the brown-haired girl as well, who was seemingly kind of like leading on. And I feel really bad for her because she's just there in the background, just like hoping, and it's like really sad actually. Quite a cute scene at the end here. I did bring up the point, like, why are we helping the black-haired girl here? because it doesn't align with what you want the outcome to be. But again, maybe that indicates that she actually wants the outcome to be with the black-haired girl at this minute. Anyway, that's just how she's feeling. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. We'll see how the 1v1v1 goes down. Hopefully, might end up getting a 5-way kind of 1v1 at some point. We still really haven't seen much of the blue-haired girl, which is quite surprising this far into the show. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section. Apologies for all the gaming talk at the end there. Just once it started, I couldn't stop. It just brought back a whole flood of memories. I spoke about this before on the channel, but I didn't have Xbox Live for the longest time. Like the early 2010s, I didn't have it. So I had Modern Warfare 2, but I didn't have. Back then, you'd have to buy a thing you'd stick into the Xbox to then have it connect to the Wi-Fi, and that thing was like 50 quid. And I didn't know that was what you needed for the longest time, so I bought one of those. Stupidly expensive, by the way, like 50 quid for that is ridiculous. But in the meantime, I would level up my Modern Warfare 2 character by doing offline multiplayer, and I got like second prestige, just like killing bots and such, just over and over again, just like absolutely tedious, boresome stuff, but just to prepare myself for when I played my friends. And none of that carried over. None of the prestiges, none of the guns, none of it carried over. It was so heartbreaking seeing level 1 when I first got online on Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, enough of that. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode again though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 8.